Yeah.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
What was that like?
Uh, it was a humbling experience for me, just being able to see my girl go through all that pain and stuff like that. It was crazy. I was mind blown.
That's your first one, right?
Yep, first one.
So, Mac, it looks like you're off to a good start this camp. We know what happened in last year's camp and subsequently happened. How determined were you coming in here to erase last year off the books?
First off, I feel like, after the season, I had time to think to myself, about all the things that I went through personally last season and things like that with injuries and stuff like that. And, I never felt like I was myself. And I was down. I wanted to quit at times, but, I found a way, to keep myself motivated, to get through last season. And, this offseason, I just had a lot of time to think. And, with me finding out that I had a son on the way, it really motivated me to work extremely hard this offseason. And, that's what I did.
So that would have been about 9 months ago. When was that you found out?
I found out, I think it was before the Chiefs game, that I was having a son on the way. So.
By then the season was over.
Right.
You said you thought about quitting?
Yeah, that's how down I was, because mentally, we go through a lot as football players. And when I got hurt, that was like one of my worst moments, of my life. And just coming back, I never felt like I was myself. I didn't feel like I was producing on the field. I couldn't move like I wanted to. I was missing plays that I know I should make. And I was in a dark place basically. And I was able to climb back because that's what true fighters do. And now I'm happy with where I'm at right now, but there's still work to do.
The Browns have support people to help with things like that. Were you getting help during the course of the year?
Yeah, definitely. I was obviously talking to my parents, my godfather. My girl was there for me when I needed someone to talk to, and they really would help me get through that tough time.
Was it the pain of the injury, or just not being able to play like you're always used to playing?
Yeah, I just wasn't myself. Just couldn't move like I'm used to, and like I said, I was missing plays last year that I can make in my sleep. So.
Well, prior to that was, of course, the hit on Chubb. I mean, did that start things off on a negative note last year?
No, I wouldn't say that. It was a dumb mistake by me, and that was that.
And it was the next day you were hurt.
Right.
Jason Tarver also said that you came back in better physical shape. He said you're in a good place mentally, but also physically. What did you do in the offseason to get where you wanted to be?
I just worked hard. Just knowing that I have a son, that's gonna be dependent on me. That what drove me, and I was in the gym every day, sometimes twice a day, and it's just my drive was different. My life changed after I found out, and that's how everything happened.
Did you lose weight or get stronger, or what was the
I lost about 6-7 pounds, and had gained like 4% muscle. 4 pounds of muscle, and then I lost 2 pounds of muscle. But I was able to maintain around 237.
Best shape you ever been in?
Yeah, since college.
And they want you probably lighter, huh? To be
Yeah,
faster.
for sure.
Mac, how did it feel to make that interception a couple practices ago? It seemed like it was a pretty athletic play, got talked about a lot. And, what did you see on that play, and how did it feel? Was it refreshing to make a big play like that finally in camp? Or?
I felt like my old self, and I told myself, before we came back to practice, I just told myself that I'm going back to, my college mindset, to where I just felt free, and I just felt like every time I went on the field, I was the baddest person out there, and that's the mind space I'm at right now. With just, that just gets me going. I feel like I'm in college again, and that's how I'm approach it. Have fun, and do whatever it takes to help us win and things like that.
When you were watching from home during the offseason, all the moves that Andrew Berry was making on your side of the ball, just what was going through your mind, and just how exciting was it for you to watch all these new faces get added?
I was extremely happy, with all the guys that we brought in, on both sides of the ball, and especially with the guys we brought in on defense. It was big, it was huge. That goes back to Jadavion, John, Troy, JOK, Tony, Tack, Tommy, all those guys like that. Those was huge pieces for us, and it definitely create a competitive atmosphere, in this organization, and we just gonna continue to keep working, having fun every day, and keep putting this thing together.
Did then recognizing the competition that was being developed in the off season, did that also help you with your reset and refocusing in your preparation to really come in here and get back to who you are as a person and as a player too?
Yeah, sure. Just this game is competitive in general, and I feel like that's what the front office acknowledged, and they did a great job with putting guys together that's gonna compete and bring the best out of each other, and that's what we've been doing so far.
Hey Mac, when you recounted last year for you, you didn't use the word depression, but is it fair to say what you were suffering from?
I wouldn't say depression. It was just me, down on myself. It wasn't. I've never been depressed in my life, but it was just one of those tough moments. I'm pretty sure every football player get to that point, someday in their career, and it was just one of those deals where I had to really just, think and overcome.
And the Will linebacker position, is that the best one that suits you think, in this defense?
I can play either three. It's whatever the organization and coaching staff, want me to play. It don't matter.
When you were making those plays as a rookie and the little time you had, were you at Will?
Yeah, Will linebacker.
And a lot of players talk here this year about being the best version of yourself. At Alabama, you were a ball hog kind of. Is that what's the best version of you on the field? Is being that kind of linebacker?
I wouldn't say that. I'm able to do whatever needs to be done: tackle, cover, catch interceptions, make plays, whatever. So.
When you talk about the Browns bringing in JOK and Tony, obviously they've had issues at the start of camp, but you're the guy running with the ones. You're having a good start to camp. How determined are you to hang on to that starting role?
I'm not really looking at it like that. Like I said, I'm just taking it one day at a time, having fun, competing. Everybody get reps with the ones. I'm not just solidified as a one. So I'm just having fun, being there for the rest of the guys in the room, coaching them up if they have any questions. And we just trying to create a bond, that'll last forever. Even after they make the 53-man roster.
Coach Tarver said he thought that Kansas City playoff game was the best game you had last year. Did you feel like that, and did you feel healthier that enabled you to do that, or what was kind of the reason?
Yeah, I definitely felt healthy, and I just because a lot of people in my family talk about that game, and like I said, that was one of those moments where I felt like I was in college again, and I just went out there, had fun, and in my mind I was just like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes for us to win, and I hope people don't take it the wrong way about Patrick Mahomes, but that play wasn't intentional, so it's football, and we play fast. We're not trying to hurt anybody.
You took a lot of social media grief for that. Did you ever, and Mahomes' mother originally, but afterwards it was cleared up, was it? Did Mahomes ever get in touch with you?
Yeah, I reached out to him on Twitter, obviously, after it happened, cleared the air, made sure that he was okay. And, what his mom said, I really, didn't pay too much attention to it because at the end of the day, she's a mother. She's going to protect her son just like, anybody else mother would. But as long as, Patrick was cool, I was cool, and, we exchanged words, and, I was happy that he was able to come back and play in the next playoff game.
It turned out to be like a freak accident on his part, wasn't it?
Yeah. It
wasn't a concussion, but he lost.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it happened, but I don't really see, where the concussion could have came into play. But, I mean, I'm glad he's okay now.
What kind of influence has Anthony Walker Jr. been?
AWOL's been great for me, and I'm sure he's going to be great for this organization as well. But just ever since we signed AWOL, I reached out to him, and I just asked him, you know, when will you be back in Cleveland? And, you know, he told me a date, and I was like, cool, you know, I'll see you then. So it was around early in the offseason. I came back, you know, we worked out together at T3, a local gym in Avon. And ever since that day, you know, we was able to build a relationship amongst each other, and it's been better, you know, ever since. And he's a great leader, obviously, taught me a lot. And I'm just grateful to have him, you know, on his team, and I'm sure the organization grateful to have him as well.
Mac, we heard the other day about this Bone Collector Award that's getting passed around on defense. Is that something you've won yet, and what is that award?
Now, I haven't won the Bone Collector Award yet, and it's something that they count us on punch rakes at the football, forced fumbles, interceptions. You know, obviously, it's just, you know, little keys throughout practice that they give us points on, and whoever has the most points, you know, becomes the Bone Collector for practice.
Gotcha.
You didn't get it the day you intercepted that ball?
Say it again?
You didn't get it the day you made that interception?
Nah, I didn't get it. I got to make more plays than that.
Jeff Clowney's picked it.
Appreciate you.